What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we are going to be taking on Ultimate Red Zone Wicked Bloodline Edition, the cooler stage. And we're going to be showcasing someone who I've been wanting to showcase for a little bit. This Goku. Well, this Goku and then the Vegeta right afterwards in two separate videos. But I've been wondering and trying to show off how good this unit actually can be, but also how bad this unit actually can be. So let's just jump right in, and we're going to just test them out and see what he can do. I will be using items, just forewarning you now. Items will be used during this showcase, because it's too hard of a red zone for me to run it without using items. Alright, so, turn 1. We need to get the Vegeta onto the rotation with the Goku, so we're going to have to go like this. Go like this. Let's see. Yes, our defensive statistics right here are not good enough to survive this stage, so we're gonna have to use damage reductions. Like, you can beat these stages with these units, but you're gonna have to use items. It's gonna be really hard, but you could be able to use items, because I don't deem this team as strong enough. Like, right now, Heroes doesn't really have anything that shines out other than Hearts himself. He is the only unit that could really just tank this stage and have no real problems, because he has his guard and just the way he's built. I mean, this Pan would be pretty good because she can dodge, if she dodges, that is. If the Pan if she dodges, you're good. But if she doesn't, you probably will take a lot of damage. This man, you're going to get my honest opinions on him during his showcase, but let's just say I put him at a lesser value than I do the Goku drastically, and it's not even close. They're probably a whole 1 to 2 point ranking difference in my opinion, and Vegeta's probably my favorite of the two units. That's the sad part. Alright, so we're going to be running this situation here. We're going to have the Gohan in slot 1, because I feel like the Gohan is the better option with his 50% damage reduction. The Goku in slot 2, every link is active except for Fierce Battle, so he's missing 20% to attack. But at this point in time, the Goku's passive is, I'm just going to read his whole kit over as follows. Crossover or full power, key 3, 170, plus an additional 30% HP attack and defense to Dragon Ball Heroes characters. So if you run a crossover / Dragon Ball Heroes unit, so just Dragon Ball Heroes in general, you have a 200% team. Super attack, full power times 10 Kamehameha. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. Excited in the face of powerful foes is the passive skill. Key 3 and attack and defense 180%, plus an additional attack and defense of 60 when performing a super, plus an additional attack of 80% and damage reduction of 30% when all allies attacking the same turn are superclass, full power, when they're superclass, full power, or superclass Dragon Ball Heroes category characters. So, if you have Hearts on rotation with him, he does not have that damage reduction. Yeah. Superclass allies get 40% defense when there's an ally whose name includes Vegeta attacking the same turn. Plus, he gets an additional attack and defense of 40% and performs a crit, starting in which the turn the character receives 7 attacks. So this Goku is very, very reliant on being on a superclass team and having a Vegeta on rotation with him. Because if you have that Vegeta on rotation, he supports the Vegeta by 40%. And then he also gets his damage reduction from just being on a whole superclass team. As well as after he gets hit 7 times, he gets an additional 6.68 million. So that's not terrible. I don't think he had high defense. I think he only had like 170k. His defense is really bad. Like their defense is terrible, these units. I don't even get me started on the defense on that Goku, in Goku Super Saiyan 4. That's why I'm trying to get the Vegeta with him so I can have the most ideal situation possible. You almost literally need the Gohan to be here, to be his slot 1 unit to tank for him. We're going to go like this again. We're not going to swap off anything. We're going to keep the Pan in slot 2, and we're going to put the Goku in slot 3. Hopefully he doesn't get supered. Let's see what he takes. I know there's no damage reduction on, I get that. But I'm hoping we'll be strong enough to tank it in that final slot. But we'll see. We might not even get out of the first stage with this team. But we'll find out. Let's see. Come on. Okay, he's supering Hearts, which is perfect, because Hearts has the guard. That's ideal. So that means we won't get supered in that final slot. Or at least we shouldn't. Okay, she hits pretty hard. If this Goku, we need to get this Goku on rotation with that Goku, so which should be not this turn, but the following turn. 22k, not terrible. Not terrible at all, but we can't heal. So that kind of does suck. Alright, so ideally here is the best rotation for the Goku. Because you want to have the Gohan on rotation with him, because of the damage reduction. And he gets... all of his links are from the Vegeta. He gets 5 links from the Vegeta and experienced fighters from the Gohan. So right now, this is actually a terrible rotation for the Vegeta, in essence, I guess. It's a good / terrible rotation, because realistically, let me just show you, actually. Realistically, if I went straight on with this rotation now, neither one of them has over 200k defense. The Goku has 30% damage reduction. The Vegeta has an additional 80% defense and launches an additional super, which is not good. So we're going to have to spend a damage reduction this early into the fight, the second damage reduction already, to try to keep the stage going. But as you saw, he had not even 200k defense. Neither one of these two do. So they aren't that good. They're good, but they're not that good. They need help. They need to be rebuilt. They can't do these red zones. I don't know what their plan was when designing these two units, specifically the Vegeta. The Goku is a little better. He can handle most units, or most events, because of the fact that he has the damage reduction, and after he takes 7 hits, he gets stronger. Which is kind of why I made sure, and he dodges, of course he does. I want him to get hit. Ooh, let's see what he gets here on the super attack. 17. See, that's really good, because okay, we did have the damage reduction item, mind you, but he has the damage reduction active plus everything else. We're not going to go to Hearts, Ultimate Hearts, because we want his support. Does he support everybody, or is it just Extreme Class again? I forgot. Nope, it's Key 2 and 20 for all allies. Oh, no, he doesn't support anybody right now, actually. I take that back. He is not supporting a single person right now. So again, I might have to swap or transform him to Ultimate Hearts next rotation. But this next rotation coming up is going to be ideally the best rotation we can have for the Goku, so that's kind of why I'm not really too worried about if we fail or not, because we'll have the support unit on, and we'll be able to really see what that Goku can do with a support unit and his best linking partner. He should have all 7 of his links active next turn, if we can survive that far, which I'm hoping we will. It's going to come down to pan dodging. We do have the damage reduction active still, so we should be alright there. Let's see. Alright, this Goku is really good post EZA. He's got 50% damage reduction for the first 3 turns, and it goes down to 35. Okay. Okay, so here's how we look. Alright, so let me just give him that key there. Alright, so we're at the 6th turn in. Goku's got all of his links active except for Saiyan Warrior Race. So all he's missing from Saiyan Warrior Race is 10% attack. Alright? The Vegeta is not getting anything other than from the Goku he's getting 40% defense, but this Vegeta is giving the Goku 40% attack. So, with that being said, right now this Goku, this far into the fight, he doesn't have his defense stacked up yet because he hasn't gotten hit enough. Well, what I actually could do I think the Goku would get enough? He would lose the Kamehameha link skill in slot 1. But would he have enough hits after the first 2 to be able to get his extra 40%? I know he would after he gets hit again at the end. He'd get that additional 40%, but I think he might have enough from being hit prior to get that 40% attack and defense extra plus the crit chance. But we're not going to risk it. We're just going to leave it as is. We lose, we lose. But as you can see, the Goku is not good, and neither is the Vegeta. They are not good enough for these red zone stages. I really don't know what else I could show these units in situations. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not good. Like, mine's only 69%, so I will say that much. Mine's 69%. He's link level 10, so he's not the best situation built up. They're not bad. This Goku specifically is the better one of the two because of that 30% damage reduction. But they're not usable in some of the newer events. They're not usable in any way, shape, or form. They stack attack and defense for 1 turn, which is good. And, I mean, realistically, I don't even put them near the top. They're not even, in my opinion, they're not even in the top 5 of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes units. They're not. He's maybe just barely in 5, if that. I think quite a few of the EZAs are better. I deem Gohan better than him already. I know Hearts is better than him. Honestly, even maybe there's probably quite a few units that a lot of people would deem ahead of him. Let me know what you guys think about the unit, because I don't even deem this Goku a top 5 Dragon Ball Heroes unit. I think he's too weak. His defensive stats way too low. Honestly, his defense is too low, and he doesn't do enough to really balance that out. But I'm going to give him a 6, 7, maybe 6.5. If that, maybe a 7 on a good day if he's on his best rotation, because his attack stat's high, but he has no defense to do anything. So I'm going to just do what I said earlier, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He's a pretty solid unit. He's good, but he's not made for any kind of event other than Dokkan events, like to get your Awakening medals. You can't really get past using him anywhere else. As you saw, I used 2 damage reduction items, and the team was not strong enough to get to the point where it would actually matter. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. See you guys then.